Hello, everybody. Welcome to This Day. Today is Wednesday, December 2nd. Now, we have one meeting to tell you about today. It is the Third Residency Policy and Compliance Committee. That'll be at 9:30 this morning, and you can follow along at lagunawoodsvillage.com/meetings. Now, on our show today, we have the lovely and very kind Laguna Woods Mayor Noel Hatch, and this was his last term. So we'll be speaking to a new person next time, but nonetheless, he gives us a recap of what's going on in Laguna Woods, and there's a lot of very exciting stuff happening right here in our city, so we'll catch up with him. Now let's go ahead and give you our resources that we normally do for COVID-19. We've got covid19.ca.gov, and this is where you can follow along with the governor's plans, and I do believe that he's been very active in letting us know what's going on, so go ahead and follow along there. OCHealthInfo.com is where you can get all of the numbers for COVID by city, by even zip code, and you can see a variety of different demographics there. If you have any questions, you can call them at 714-834-2000, or you can go to our website, which is lagunawoodsvillagealerts.com, and you can email us at info@lagunawoodsvillage.com. Now, this week, I don't know about you, but I was brushing my hair today and there was a whole lot of static. So we are looking at single-digit humidity across our county here, as well as winds. We are expecting very high winds to come up here in the next day or so. So we are looking at a red flag warning for the whole week through Saturday, and that is not because of temperatures, but it is because of the humidity being in the single digits and the high winds. So we're looking at 72.51 today, warmer, 74.47, 74.46, and then into the weekend we're looking at the low 70s with an overnight in the 40s, and hopefully by Sunday that red flag will be gone. Our sunrise this morning was 6:39, and our sunset will be 4:42. And here is a lovely Christmas photo that Patricia Bell sent in, so we appreciate you sending that in. And if you guys have a lovely photo of someone around here who is in the festive holiday spirit, please email it to us at lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we return, we are going to have Mayor Noel Hatch, so stay tuned.
For the sweaty faces and the hidden smiles, the foggy glasses and the sore ears, the determined looks and the muffled laughs. A simple piece of fabric makes a big statement. I care. Let's all do our part to slow the spread. Wear a mask. Learn more at covid19.ca.gov.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by the lovely Mayor Noel Hatch, who always has a smile on his face regardless of the information. Well, welcome. It's so nice to see you.
It is a pleasure to be back with you, Lisa. It is really. Every Tuesday, I would sit here and open up Zoom and wait for you to call, and you never did. So. So we have a few things to report.
Well, good. Well, you guys have got a lot going on in the city, and we'll just jump right to it. So I'm just going to let you go start us off.
All right. Why don't we talk about the fact that we have this is on a low note, we have to replace Joe Rainey as a member of the council. We only have 4 members of the council now. The 3 incumbents that just finished the election, and Carol Moore. And Joe's passing was a blow for all of us, and we knew he was ill, but it came so suddenly, and then his passing was so quickly. And so we will be meeting in early December to interview the 4 candidates who have filed applications to fill Joe's seat. That would be for a 2-year term. because Joe would be up for re-election in 2022, along with Carol Moore. The candidates it'll be a Zoom meeting, and we will interview them, discussing matters that were set out in their applications. We'll talk about their vision for the city, their experience. We know their talents. The four candidates are Edward Tao, Judith Troutman, Dr. Francis Williams, and Parkesh Cash Akrakar, who's on the board of Third, I believe.
Yes, he is.
So though they will bring a variety of experience, a variety of interests and talents. So they will be interviewed on Zoom, and we will make a selection of the candidate that day, whenever that day is. It'll be sometime probably in the first week of December. So that would be item number one. Chris Macon has asked that I remind the residents of the city, those of us that do not have cars and use public transportation, that we do have a senior mobility program, which is a subsidized program from the Orange County travel and so forth. And they get significant savings. You will have on your screen when this shows the various handouts or slides that you will show that indicate that you can have 30% savings by buying taxi vouchers. You pay $50 you pay $35 for a $50 booklet or $70 for a $100 booklet. And you can use those to travel anywhere in Orange County. And then you can save on non-emergency medical transportation, upwards to 87% savings on taxi fares for that. You call into the city, they make arrangements for where you want to go and when you want to come back, and then you're covered. And then finally, you do what I used to do when I was practicing law and come back here to live instead of in Pasadena. So I moved to the village and left Pasadena, office in downtown Los Angeles. I could use my vouchers, go to the Irvine station for $6 instead of $18, and go into LA and come back. So that program is available. There is no enrollment fee this year or next. That's just a $10 enrollment fee, but we encourage people to take advantage of it. It's really a remarkable whole program. So that was on our list of things to chat about. I want you to do something. After this is over, I want you to get into your car and I want you to drive over to the intersection of El Toro and Moulton. And you're to be in the right-hand lane. And you're to turn right and go east on El Toro toward Laguna Hills. So you're going past gates 1 and gate 5. You're to drive all the way down past the Catholic Church to the signal that turns into gates 1 and 5. You will have passed then a section of El Toro, which will be repaved. And that will be between Moulton and the Catholic Church. That's part of the process of keeping our streets in an outstanding condition. The work will be done at night as much as possible. Then when you're through with that, Lisa, I want you to make a U-turn at gate 1 and 5, and I want you to drive back toward Moulton, okay? And you remember when halfway there is a left turn lane that goes into what? Think. There's no signal or anything there. It's a very short left-hand lane that is really kind of scary to turn into City Hall on the right, the Alzheimer building on the left. You know that little sign?
Yeah.
Okay. That left turn lane doesn't have, you have to wait for the traffic and then you have to scoot across fast.
Right.
That lane is going to be lengthened and expanded so that there will be a safe collection of cars to turn. That will be conducted in the next few months. So that's the city road work.
Okay.
Now, you followed the election, I suppose, and you are aware, I would also imagine, that the marijuana initiative that was presented to the voters, do you remember whether that was a close vote or what that was?
I'm sorry, I don't.
I'm going to tell you now.
Good. I
And
think you would.
your Belinda had the same vote to whether they wanted marijuana dispensaries in their city. I'm sorry, Costa Mesa, not Yorba Linda, Costa Mesa. And it was overwhelmingly accepted. 67% of the voters said yes, and the 30 some odd percent said no. The return on our proposition was fascinating because just under 51% said yes, and just over 49% said no. So it was a flip of the coin, 225 votes between yes and no. So what do we do? Okay. I think we concentrate on hoping that we have the wisdom of Solomon in making the decision for this. You remember Solomon had the two mothers or had the baby, and each one claimed, well, each one claims that. So it's like this.
Right.
So we will be agendizing the marijuana proposition probably after the first of the year. And then we will go through the process of determining what is in the best interest of the city. The proposition was made very clear by the council that the results are not binding on us, but we wanted to know how the voters felt.
Right.
And presumably now we know, so I think one of the things we must do is find out all of the parameters, what are the possibilities.
Okay.
So that was something we want to talk about. Now, let's talk about something else. When I was a kid, my mother would take my younger sister and me to downtown Los Angeles. We'd hop on the car and off we'd go. My dad worked down in Los Angeles. And she would take us down on Saturdays to the Los Angeles Public Library, which is a beautiful, massive building in downtown Los Angeles. And we'd spend the morning there reading books, looking at the shelves, sitting on the floor, listening to teachers and the librarians tell us. And great memories of that experience. Then when I started practicing law, and for 35 years, I practiced in downtown Los Angeles, and our office was as close as next door to that library or a block or so away. And I would slip away on my lunch hours to the genealogy room because they had this massive collection of genealogical research stuff.
Right. Okay.
And found out about my ancestors. And that went on for years and years. And then on April 29th, 1986, a fire started in the library. This is the main library of all Los Angeles. And when that fire was put out, which some firefighters said was the most difficult fire they had ever been in, over 1 million books had been burned and destroyed in that collection. The genealogy library lost every book they had. And the inside, in many respects, was gutted with all of the paintings on the walls and everything. The library closed for 7 years as a result of that. And it was as if you had lost a child or lost a loved one for that. The librarians were devastated, and they never found why it happened. They had a suspect, but today it remains a mystery as to how that fire started. The suspect was never indicted, and so there it is. We have had in our village a village library,
Yes.
which in many respects reminds me of that, because you could go into that library, you could sit and you could play puzzles. The books were right there. And So as I was thinking of this meeting with you, and you stopped me when we're running out of time, so I went on the internet and I printed out about 5 treatises on why libraries are important, you
Okay.
know, and 13 reasons why libraries are holding us all together. 10 reasons why libraries are still better than the internet. 5 amazing benefits of going to the library. And finally, 10 reasons why libraries and librarians are still extremely important. So we will have in the spring the dedication of a small branch library of the Orange County library system, which opens up the vistas of all libraries anywhere.
Nice.
I was looking for a book last year about an election in Boston, Massachusetts, written by an assemblyman there when Boston was fighting integrated busing, forced busing.
Mm-hmm.
And we had that in Pasadena when I became a member of the school board. And the book wasn't published anymore, but they found it. They found it in the UCLA library somewhere, or some library. So we're having this tiny little building. It looks like a little box. You have the pictures you're going to show. And in that little box will be computers. There'll be some space for library books. There'll be workstations, certainly a librarian. And then there'll be a meeting room, a good sized meeting room that will open into the patio that you'll see in the visuals. And there we can have meetings with, I imagine, even with kids. We can have certainly all types of subjects. We have book shows and all types of wonderful things.
So are
So
you
this
talking
library,
are you talking about redoing the current library, or
no,
is
no,
different
this is
location?
a brand new building. You'll see
Oh, okay. Where is it
It'll
at?
be right next to City Hall.
Oh, okay.
All right, there'll be City Hall, and there will be an appendage right next to it, and that will be that little building
Okay.
that
Great.
will open into the patio, which will be redone.
Nice.
It will be, we've let it out for bid now.
Okay.
So, and it'll be a few $1 million. And through the generosity of the state legislature and through the work of Connie Petrie Norris, our assemblywoman, we got $500,000 from state funds to do that. We'll supplement it with ours. And so it's an exciting thing, and I want you there.
Okay. Well, you make sure you let us know well in advance,
I will.
and we'll come out and we'll celebrate with you.
Good. Okay, that's that. Now, finally, something happened, and I heard about it last week. The California State Auditor's Office has been in the process of looking at all the cities in California, at least all of them that have audited financial statements. There are 453 cities that were addressed in this study. They wanted to determine and rank all of the cities as to the question of who is at risk of facing financial disaster or financial distress, who of all the cities. So you will have a slide that will show the results of that, and will also indicate the rankings that they came up with.
Right.
They created 10 indicia of to determine whether or not a city is at risk of financial distress, such as the funds you have available, the pension liabilities issues, all of the issues that come up with where your income is coming from, and so forth. And so Laguna Woods was ranked.
Yes, it looks great. We're
Fortune,
looking at the slide right now, and the 11th is risk in California. So that's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, it was. In all of Orange County, as your people will see, we were the lowest rated or the highest rated for the lowest rated risked city for having financial problems of any city in the 34 in Orange County. We were first in the Los Angeles region, and we were 11th in the whole state of
That's really great.
California. Now, what does that mean? Certainly, now these are big cities and small cities, and it means that we have a staff, we have a city manager, we have a financial officer, we have a council that is very conscious of what we can spend our money on, how we do it, and what the future holds.
Right.
I believe one of the reasons that we did as well as we did, that we owe that to the village. Many of the village offers, if you will, to all of us as residents, and it is remarkable. Offers golf courses, offers swimming, offers all kinds of the wood shop, the photography, everything one could want in a retirement state or in a pre-retirement state is really found within the four walls of the village. And so I give kudos to them and I give thanks to them. And we have to pay for it, certainly, but it's there for us and it's a remarkable thing. Now you take that and you couple that with the surveys that I have seen in the past months as to who are the safest cities, safest physically in the state of California. And I have found a number of surveys that place Laguna Woods one first, I've seen third and fourth safest cities in California.
Absolutely.
So it's an unbeatable combination. It is a great pleasure, I think, to know that as a community, we have approached this COVID problem with dignity, with understanding minds and understanding hearts,
Right.
that we are at risk, but that we will do quietly what we have to do in order to. I'm distressed that our numbers are higher.
Yes.
You know, they've doubled. I remember when we were at 43, 44, and it sounded so good, and now we're in the 90s. So the city right now, Lisa, is in good shape. I'm very proud of what we are doing in the county, and we appreciate very much the support that the residents give to the city.
Well,
That's the report. Yeah.
You guys are doing a great job, and we appreciate all of what you do and the information. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having us on, and it's good to visit with you.
All right, we'll talk again.
Well, you won't with me, but yeah, my term as mayor is up.
Oh, your term's up. Oh, darn.
And Sherry Horn is mayor pro tem.
Okay.
And so you'll enjoy her.
All righty. That sounds wonderful. Well, it's been a pleasure.
It has, Lisa. Thanks very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And we'll be right back after this.
By staying home, the community of Orange County has made a difference. But doing so shouldn't mean putting your own health at risk. Hogue wants you to know that safe, quality care is available. Don't ignore or delay the medical attention you need. From routine checkups to revolutionary treatments, Hogue is here for you, just as we have been for almost 70 years. Like no other time before, your healthcare choices matter. Get the care you need from the name you trust.
All right, if you are a new resident to United or Third, they have the online Welcome New Resident Orientation. And it will be for United Friday, December 4th at 9 a.m. and then on Wednesday, December 16th at 4:30 p.m. for Third. And the best way to find out information about that is to go to lagunawoodsvillage.com and in the search button type in New Resident, and it will give you instructions on how to participate with that. Okay, well, here is something really great. The Old Pros is going to have music, seasonal music, songs, lights, poems, readings, and a variety of stories for the holiday spirit. And that will be right here on Village Television every Sunday at 6 p.m. throughout the month of December. So you're going to want to tune into that. I love all those folks. They're always so fun and entertaining. So that should be something very nice to have for the month of December. Then don't forget, if you want to participate this Saturday, December 5th at 2 p.m., there is going to be a Deck Your Cart participation parade. You can decorate your golf cart, home, lawns, windows, balconies in the seasonal spirit. And if you would like to participate and be in the parade, you can register on ActiveNet or you can call 949-597-4273. Now, something else that's coming up, which is just lovely, is the Nutcracker Suite. And it is put on by the Pacific Ballet Theater and brought to you by Anne Marie McClellan, who works for the Emeritus. So really fun. That'll be December 10th and 17th at 6 p.m. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. And that will be right here on Village Television. Another fun thing, we just have lots of activities going on for the month of December because we know how bored everybody is. We want to make sure you guys are very entertained. The Woods Combo is going to be participating at the Clubhouse 5 parking lot. The gates open at 1 p.m. This is going to be on Sunday, December 13th from 2 to 4 p.m. Now, you do have to purchase a ticket, so you will want to get tickets at ActiveNet. And if you have any questions regarding this event, you can email recreation@vmsinc.org, or you could call them at 597-4273. And one last thing to remind all of you is that when you participate in the fitness classes, you do need to wear your mask at all times. And there are only 15 residents allowed per class at this time. But if you want more information, again, you can contact Recreation at 597-4273. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our weather one last time. As I mentioned, we will have a red flag warning this week, not because of high temperatures, but because of single-digit humidity as well as the winds. They will be kicking up later this evening and tomorrow. We are looking at 40-mile-per-hour winds with some gusts up into the 60s. So we have today 72-51, tomorrow 74-47. Friday, 74-46, and into the weekend we have in the low 70s with overnights in the 40s. Have a great day in the Village. Enjoy your Wednesday. We'll see you again tomorrow here at 9. Stay healthy. Bye-bye.
We consider hearing to be an essential part of your life. During this time of quarantine and isolation, you need to be hearing the best you can to understand how to stay safe and to hear your friends and family. Advanced Ear Care is offering service to everyone that needs help with their hearing aids, no matter where it was you purchased. If it's not working properly, please call for a free troubleshooting appointment. We even have hands-free, no-contact curbside service. There's no charge for this service. Advanced Ear Care is here to keep you hearing during these critical days.
Tip, toss, take action. Don't give mosquitoes a fighting chance.